Welcome, everybody, to episode 142 of Perpetual Backlog. I am your host, Aqua, and joining me today is Just Dalit.
It's just me again this week. Leek is busy. She'll be back sooner rather than later. For the interim, you have a double dosing of dudes.
Dude. It is, damn, actually, I don't even know when Leek's coming back. Sometime next month. So we're gonna talk about the games we played this week, Dalit. I know you probably haven't actually played too many games. I think it's like actually only one.
Two, yeah,
Two.
actually. Aside from keeping up with the gacha dailies, which at this point is more work than play. I did play, probably the one you're thinking of, is Under Night and Birth with D last night?
Yeah.
I believe? Yeah. Last night, we got in about an hour's worth of playthrough. Oh boy, do I need to brush up on the systems involved in that game. But I remember when I picked it up, however long ago it is, I remember thinking this is probably my favorite anime fighter. So getting back into the swing of playing that shouldn't be too hard. Other than that, I played exactly one game of TFT, just one, and I first
yeah.
it. So let's go.
I was also there for that.
Yeah, played exactly one game. Well, it's a first. leaving as the champion. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. It's like first and only. You won. You played one, and that's all you need to do. You have a 100% win ratio.
Thank you, Ionian Invokers. Outside of that, you are correct. I didn't actually get up to anything else. I am really hoping that's not the same for you.
I played a lot. Not of a lot of games, but I played a lot of games. I have gaming.
Right?
I have gaming under my belt this week. All right. So I'm gonna start with I beat ETERNIGHTS. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Oh, I'm surprised this is where we're starting. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can get it.
Didn't you just start that last week too? That's pretty good.
It's a 10 to 14 hour game. It's a very short game.
Listen.
I have 10.9 hours in it, so.
Oh, fair enough.
Originally, I made like a 4-post tweet or zeet or whatever they're fucking called now. Giving it like a 6.5. All right. This had been before I had like beaten the game, but I got to like the very final act, and I'd pretty much seen like most of it. And I was like, I don't know if my opinion will definitely change of this game. But I gave it a 6.5. I didn't fully think I could recommend it or whatever. At least not at a $30 price tag. I still can't recommend it at a $30 price tag. All right. I think for $30 there needs to be. I think at least for $30 there needs to be a threshold of stuff that you need to encounter in a game, and I do not think ETERNIGHTS does it. $20. I could do this. I could do this for $20. All right. So I beat the game. And in the press kit that they gave me, they told me to specifically make sure that I maxed out a character, because then I would get an actual and then I would be able to get the true ending or whatever. By true ending, I mean a true route ending. All right. Because you can get the true ending with any character maxed out. You just need to max out a character. All right. Or a confidant, that is. So I picked Best Girl Sia. She's all about science. She's literally the best. She's literally the best. She's the best character in this game, hands down. All right. You have You have Yuna, who is just your typical pop star girl. All right. You have Mina, who is your very shy sports girl. Like, her fucking mini game that you play is literally the Final Fantasy VII squat mini game. Literally the Final Fantasy VII squat mini game. And then there's Sia, who is the super science lady, who is powered by science and only by science mostly. There is a fourth route. There is a guy that you can pick, so they do give you like a gay route.
Is it your friend?
No, it's not Chani. Chani likes women too much. All right.
Calm down, Yosuke.
No, it's Johan. He's I feel like he comes in a little too late. Like he shows up very early, but he doesn't become like a confidant, or he doesn't come like a party member until like a little bit later into the game, or like way over the halfway point. Kind of like a Haru type thing. I think Haru came in too late in Persona 5.
Agreed.
So there's that. Man, they fuck with you really hard. All right, they fuck with you really hard in the game. You're like, oh, I'm gonna max out my girl. All right, your girl dies.
Oh.
The person you pick dies.
Oh, that sucks.
We're gonna get into ETERNIGHTS spoilers. So if you're, I should have said this before I said that, but yeah, spoilers, people. If you don't want to get ETERNIGHTS spoiled, then click ahead sometime. It shouldn't take too long to actually talk about it. Anyway. You get like a dream, like pretty much right before like the final like mission or whatever, and the dream asks you who's the person you love most, etc., etc. Obviously, you pick your thing or whatever. Pick the character that you maxed out. She or he gets kidnapped, all right, and then is forced to fuse with the big baddie. All right, because there's a cannon that your I guess benefactor makes that is able to lock on to the signature of the big baddie. All right, but once the big baddie fuses with the person that she captures, it doesn't have the same signal and they can't target or whatever. So you fight the big baddie, and after the fight, you get a dialogue option to like call out to your love interest, and your love interest gets like a second to like to I guess come to the surface and like take control a little bit, and you get an anime cutscene, or like you get it like a in-game kind of like anime cutscene, where your love interest is telling you like I know what I need to do, etc., and all that stuff. You get a not a quick time event, but you get the ability to like, if you hold down the right trigger or whatever, and you hold it down, your character will run out and grab your love interest's hand or whatever, and the game forces you like you cannot go any farther unless you let go of the trigger. So you have to release the trigger and let the meter go away, so your love interest can be like, all right, and go away. So you know they kind of hard hit you there, all right. And
what's this? Feelings? Disgusting. Make them pay.
And so your love interest sacrifices herself to break away from the being part of the big bad, and then the cannon's able to lock on and obviously destroy the big bad and everything.
Well, that sounds miserable, and also right up your alley.
Yeah. And I was like, I was distraught. All right. Because before this, she was like, I got a big secret to tell you and everything like that. And she doesn't get to tell you what the secret is and everything. So pretty much the premise of this game is that you're I think you're at college student level of age. And the apocalypse starts happening, and right before the apocalypse, your friend signs you up for this dating app, and this dating app apparently connects you to Lux, which is an architect of the world. All right, and she gives you powers to fight the apocalypse zombies off and stuff like that. And so you do that. You meet up with your confidants. You ride a train throughout the city, breaking these walls down and all that stuff. So you have this connection with Lux, the architect, and after the end or whatever, you start having more dreams with Lux in them and everything, and every time you're like in a dream, your character asks, what about your love interest and everything, because like only Lux knows what actually happened to her. And and Lux says, "Good things come to the people that wait." All right, and then one of the last lines is, and one night Lux says that she has a surprise for you. All right, and then the credits roll.
I mean, I'm sure it's better executed than I'm thinking, but that seems like a really weird piece of writing.
So, I guess kind of. And then after the credits finish, a QR code comes up on the screen. All right. And so obviously I took my phone out to do this QR code. All right. And this is what I was sent. I just sent it to you, or it's about to be sent to you. And I'll put it in the thing when we get to it.
So, here is the surprise. Molecule Warriors 2. Now with actual accuracy. Mix molecules together to unlock energy and use it to conquer. Which should be easy. As long as you understand molecular biology. I can't wait to play it with you. Actually, I can't wait to destroy you. Which, when you think about it, is the same thing. I love you. Science! Signal picked up. Oh, are you okay? Wormhole. I am back to you.
She fucking creates a video game for you.
Such a loser. She's pretty great.
That's Kira Buckland's voice, by the way.
Yes, it sure is. Well, emotions will be felt if you played through the whole game, I suppose.
Yeah. I thought the whole little QR code thing was really cool. I was like, that's actually kind of unique. All right. I definitely felt emotions because I was like, fuck, man. Why did they make me pick a character and then fucking kill her off? And I'm just like, why? Why would you do this to me? So the game made me feel something, which in the end I feel like is a win for the game company. So I bumped my score up to a 7. I still think this game is at max a $20 game. I do not think $30 is worth it. The only the only justification I can give for $30 is they need to make money for how much or whatever they paid these fucking voice actors because they got a good cast.
Yeah, you told me that when you first picked it up, and I went and looked them up. It's a pretty rock solid cast, must be said.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm like Kira Buckland, fucking Xanthe, Alejandro Saab, Alex Lee is on there. I'm like, okay, I will hand it. I think what's it, Brown and Ickenbacher is on there as well. She plays
I believe
Lux.
so, yes.
Elizabeth Maxwell is in it as well. I'm just like, okay, I will. I enjoyed this game. I thought I at first I had very hard reservations for it because I still think the battle system it's very jank very jank action combat. I do not think the combat is definitely not where this game is. All right, because when you get pretty much this combat becomes like so it was like not even like you don't even like think about it or whatever because as soon as you get the greatsword ability, you just greatsword whirlwind everything, and that's literally all I did for the rest for like as soon as I got it.
That was an action game.
Yeah. If this game was turn-based, I think would probably have gone up. They could have done a good turn-based version of this game. I didn't like I'm gonna be real here. This game is definitely a Unity asset flip Persona ripoff. All right. But it does have some like it does have some nice well, I wouldn't say quality, but it is enjoyable to the extent of if I didn't pay a lot for this game, then it would be worth the $20. I mean, obviously I didn't pay anything; I got it for free. But
Sure.
I wouldn't have spent $30 on this game. Like I said, 20 would have been the max, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, 7 out of 10. It's the character interactions and the dialogue between characters is great. Plot is very bare bones and basic. It's like your typical anime apocalypse storyline. But the overall plot is not really that great. You're pretty much, if you're playing this game, you're doing it for the character interactions and the voice acting. Pretty much everything else is very middling to underwhelming. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Like I it took 10 hours to get through, so
Hey, but you got there.
and there's a new game plus, so if if people are like about that and just go through like all routes. From what I saw, it's the same ending each time, just with a different character. So yeah. So Eternights was a video game that I played, and it was okay. Is that the whole QR code thing into like a video thing that was very interesting. I'd be interested in like other games kind of doing that. As long as it's not a QR code to something bad. Yeah. The other game I played this week was Tales of Arise on PC.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Modded Tales of Arise on PC.
We added difficulties, boys.
I originally didn't play this game on Unknown. All right, I played it on hard mode throughout the entire game. And I think I dropped it to like normal for like a few things, or moderate to a few things post game, because there's no trophy for doing things like on a harder difficulty. So there's no point in me like destroying my life over something. But now I got the PC version for cheap, Um, modded in a few costumes, which one I have to remove now. Modded in a difficulty, which makes the game like I don't want to necessarily say it makes the game like automatically harder, because it does like rebalance a few things. But I think overall it's like a net difficulty increase. And then put it on unknown, and I'm currently trying to get through most of it with just playing as Shion. That being said, I have felt the pull to play as Rinwell, and that's the pull is very strong.
I mean, it's the first Tales game where a caster has felt this good.
Yeah. So, I've been enjoying my time, and by enjoying my time, I mean last night I was very angry with this video game.
I watched that.
You watched me fight Ganabelt, which I'll say this:
I did miss the slug. Yes,
I one-shot Ganabelt. All right, that was a lot easier than it was difficult, but it was a lot easier than I expected it to be. Especially with one unknown difficulty increase. All right, which means he was doing 20% extra damage. All right, and his indignation still didn't kill every one of my characters. Like, somebody was at least left alive. But also I had the accessories that decreased light damage.
Wow.
Because I always forget that they before you even fight Ganabelt, they make you go through that skit where Law's like, he's got light and lightning damage, or whatever. We should probably prepare for that. Because I think Bamco was like, we should probably warn these people to put something on. Because they're not going to stop him from indignationing.
You can try. He's going to get it off at least the one time.
Yeah. That being said, the slug boss, fuck that boss. That boss is the most annoying boss in this fucking video game. And I fought Gnome. Alright? Gnome's also very annoying. But the slug's even more annoying. Alright? This game literally said, oh, here's Rinwell. She can stop casting. She can stop people from casting. Oh, by the way, we're just going to make this boss cast 18 billion times in a row. And then have by 18 billion times in a row, I mean, we're going to spawn little things that spawn, like, that cast, like, fucking, four casts at once. Which, I know Rinwell's thing, as long as you use it when anything's casting, or whatever, it cancels all casting arts going on through there. But, it has to charge back up for her to do it. And it's not going to charge back up for her to do it in time for the next one, or the one after, or the one after. It's gonna take a bit. So that fight was so annoying. I died. I wiped like 4 times. Trying to beat that boss, and then I finally, I just went the easy route. And I equipped Annihilation onto Shion, and I just used Annihilation on, like, over and over and over again.
Hey, when needs must.
Because it dodges, it does AoE, it does a lot of damage. And I thought I was going to fail, alright? Because the boss had 1 HP left, and we all know how this game works, that you have to hit the boss to get the boost attack to actually kill the boss, right? And I had hit it a few times, and it didn't give me the thing. But all of my party was dead except for Shion, and I was like, oh no, do I need a character up to do this? Do I actually need a character up to do this? and I didn't have any more life bottles, and there was no way I was going to be able to stand still long enough to cast Resurrection. But you don't need other characters up. You just have to hit it enough while it's at 1 HP to get the boost attack off. It'll raise somebody up to do the boost attack. So I got through the most annoying bit of this game, and I get to now move on to quite literally greener pastures. Because the next area is with Kisara and Dolim and Elden Menencia, which is a very lush and green area. And then I finally get to see Kisara in my tan and curvy mod.
Let's go.
I need
Love
to
me
see
a lady in armor.
Yeah, it only works, the curvy mod that I have only works in her full or light armor versions. So she's got to be.
That's fine. I want her in her suit of armor anyhow.
Yeah. But it only works in the base one. I have to get the the certain color ones out of like, I think either the owl thing, or I think out of the owl thing to even put in the mod for the other colored ones. But it doesn't matter. The base color one is like, the base armor is just good for Kisara. There is a sorcerer Dohalim mod. And I was gonna think about putting that in, and I forget what it actually does, but it also looked like it took a bit to set up. So I might have to like look and think about that. But yeah, I'm going through Tales of Arise, because they did the thing that we all thought that they weren't going to do, because they said that they weren't going to do it. And we'll be talking about that later. Yeah, those are the only 2 games that I played this week, I think. Yeah, those are the only 2 games I played outside of Honkai Star Rail. Which means I did check if Little sent anything, but I don't think he did, because he doesn't do it ever at all, because he hates us. He didn't. So yeah, he hates us. Yeah, we get to move over into the news.
Hey guys, don't forget to sub to the channel if you're into what you're hearing. While you're down there, remember to like the video as much as we like you. You'll be good now.
And boy, do we have some news this week.
Lots of stuff happening, absolutely.
Lots of stuff happening. Like Megan Fox being really bad at voice acting.
Okay, listen, I was controlled last week. I feel like I was good. I didn't rail on her. I made sure that it wasn't personal. Now I'm going to have to fight with Megan a little bit and NetherRealm a lot. Yeah. Oh my goodness, have you heard Natara? When we just saw that weird, awkward interview that they had Megan Fox force herself through on behalf of the trailer of the game, I was curious, because there was a surprising lack of Natara anywhere in that video, at least of her spoken words. There were 2 lines, both really without the compression and the effects of the game, and now we know why. Surprise, surprise, she's terrible at this. Look, I can't even really entirely blame her. This is NetherRealm's fault. This is NetherRealm wanting to get a celebrity for the sake of getting a celebrity and nothing else. Clearly, they didn't work with her very hard. She went in, she read the lines, she left. She didn't even do the battle effects, and we know that because a better voice actress did. Christina V, a real proper bloody veteran of the industry, came in and grunted her ass off. And I mean, look, I get it. A name like Megan Fox probably sells products, but there's this weird thing in keeping a certain quality of performance. Megan stands out, and in no positive way in this. when she speaks, it's weird that they made Nitara a Valley girl. That's kind of strange, not gonna lie. But also, she's not acting. And in a weird kind of way of looking about this, everyone else sounds like they're playing a character, which you might think is wrong, but when everyone is doing it, it just becomes natural. So now that she's not, suddenly she sticks out like a sore thumb. I do not understand why they didn't just get Christina V. Christina V, if nothing else, has been in this industry for 20 years or something at this point? Not to mention Velvet. Just let her be Velvet.
Yeah.
She's done fighting games. She's Noelle. She's new. She's Cerebella. She has a pretty good range, all things considered. She could have done this, and I think genuinely, if you just let her be Velvet, this wouldn't have been an issue. But no, you wanted to get a celebrity. How'd that work out with you and Sonya last game? Because she sounded like trash too? Yep, I'm talking to you, Ronda Rousey, and unlike Megan Fox, I don't feel bad about throwing your acting under the bus. You're shit. I need it to be understood. English voiceover gets a bad rap from all the weebs enough as it is. We genuinely do not need people coming in to get a paycheck and leave without putting in the same amount of work.
Mm-hmm.
She came in, I'm willing to bet she got paid way more than everyone else on that roster. And
Definitely
she
got paid
left...
more than Christina V, who voiced the actual important bits of Nitara.
Well, it's not even that. My worry is that she came in, did half the work of, say, Johnny Cage. I forget the gentleman voicing Cage. And left, probably with a bigger payout. And that doesn't sit
depends
well
on
with
the
me.
skin for Cage, actually.
Oh, fuck the Van Damme skin. That guy sounds like fucking trash. But, unlike Nitara, I'll let that one go, because they also got to steal his likeness, and Boone has wanted this for some 30 years, I think?
Yeah.
So that's just Boone getting what he wants. Whatever. It doesn't actually impact the story, because he's not Johnny Cage. That's Rob Van Dam Johnny Cage. Megan Fox is the only Nitara we have. It's not like there's Megan Fox as a skin for Nitara and a in-universe Nitara. That one doesn't work. And that bothers the piss out of me.
They should have just done it that way, like they did with the Van Damme one. They should have been Megan Fox, Megan Fox Nitara.
I don't think that would have been a problem. You'd have named it if we could have named her Jennifer and had more Jen body. I don't fucking know. I didn't watch the movie. What bothers me the most about all of this is, whilst I don't plan to pick up MK1, if I did, God, Nitara looks like so much fun. God damn.
I've sharing with fucking with Zeke, and he got MK1, so if I play it, I can play it off of his.
Yeah, there you go. I just I get wound up about this. There are so many actors that come over to voiceover and really give it their best effort.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't always
like
succeed.
The 7 cast.
But yeah, this is my point. Final Fantasy 7 is, forget 7. Let's think very, very specifically. Cloud, in the last 3 appearances he's had, has not been voiced by a voice actor. He's been voiced by a singer, a television actor, and another television actor.
And they've all been pretty good.
No, Lance Bass was trash.
Lance Bass is classic, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Sephiroth. Oh my goodness. My bad.
You're talking about Steve Burton.
Just Steve Burton and the new gentleman whose name hasn't stuck with me long enough yet.
Yeah, Steve Burton was all right.
Steve Burton was fine. I never really liked that, but it grew on me over the years because it's literally all I had. The new guy's fucking amazing. Oh my god, if you had given me this 15, 20... When did Kingdom Hearts come out? 2004? Almost 20 years ago now?
2002.
Oh, Jesus. All right. 21 years ago. I don't like that. Yeah, if you had given me this guy 20 years ago, I never would have had an issue with Cloud's English voiceover. Holy crap, he's so good. And again, this goes back to what I was saying last week. There are other great ones. Gina Torres comes in, and she's an established actress, movie and television, amazing all the time. Lance Reddick, amazing all the time. Keith David is practically just a voice actor now. I don't know how often he actually even bothers with having to go through the television and movie department.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill, say what you want about how big Luke Skywalker is. The Joker is Mark Hamill. That is, for me, his biggest role. And he's going to be at the top of who's the best Joker for fucking ever.
And he's also pretty good in Birth by Sleep as
Ericus,
Master Ericus, yeah.
And I brought up Gina Torres.
We now have Idris Elba.
Remains to be seen. I imagine he's going to absolutely fucking murder that role.
Well, not.
Because
I mean, he's
also
himself. But he's also good as Knuckles.
As Knuckles, this is true. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's like it's about making the effort.
Yeah, and those actors make the effort.
You can't just pay someone and have them come in and leave. Like they have to be in, like, actually in it to, win it. For lack of sounding like a 40-year-old dad for a second.
Yeah.
I really don't like this. And I just, for me, it feels like just pay Christina V to come in and absolutely kill that role. Like, she absolutely could have. I'm not even her biggest fan, but boy, oh boy, she could have done it, and I would have preferred to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Fox. Really, it's not your fault. This is NetherRealm. This is just
it
bad.
is NetherRealm. Yeah.
This is just
you already know NetherRealm knew that Megan Fox wasn't going to be a good voice actress because they literally got Christina V to do the battle efforts.
So I wonder, genuinely, was it always the case that they were always just going to bring her in for the voice and then let her go so that she didn't have to do the efforts, or did they understand? Yeah, did they understand from working with her that this wasn't her forte, and they just decided to bring someone in, probably who could do it faster and cheaper? That's where my money is.
Nobody's buying this game because of Megan Fox. I'm going to go ahead and say this.
I can't imagine. Like, Mortal Kombat is a brand unto itself. It doesn't need anyone. It didn't need Ronda Rousey. It doesn't. Okay, so I realize I'm talking kind of shit. Because I say this and we forget.
What?
Cary Tagawa kind of, for me, made the last Mortal Kombat.
Okay, no, so that's different though. All right.
Is it though? Because is it because he's already attached to the product? Because I feel like that's why. Like, because he was already Shang Tsung. That is his role. We can have a million animated versions. It'll always be Hiroyuki Tagawa as Shang Tsung.
Yeah, but you would have played Mortal Kombat 11 even without him being Shang Tsung.
Oh yeah, I just wouldn't have given a shit about Shang Tsung.
Yeah, so you're not buying the game for Tagawa. Buying the game for you bought the game and were like, oh, Tagawa's in this game. That's a fucking plus. All right.
Actually, I hate to be that guy.
What?
I bought the game because they brought back Shang Tsung.
Well, okay, you brought the game because they brought back Shang Tsung or whatever. You
would have
brought. It didn't matter.
No, it did. I would not have bought that game without him.
Oh.
But again, I feel like you're right. There is a difference there, and it's because you'll notice they brought back Shang Tsung, not they brought this actor to play this. No, because he's Shang Tsung. He's the movie actor. He is the stick by which all Shang Tsung's writings, all the writing of Shang Tsung has been measured against. Since that movie, the games ended up referencing the movie, because he was so good on it.
But he's also not playing this version of Shang Tsung either. Though.
No, they did get someone else, and the guy does a very admirable job at emulating certain aspects whilst making the role his own, because he's a fucking professional.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to out myself from my own BS for a moment because I recognized, crap, I have done this.
But I don't think anybody's buying this game for Megan Fox.
No, and no one bought it for Ronda Rousey. I don't imagine.
No.
Anyhow, so this has gone on way too long. I have a real issue with this. I've complained about it several times before. You all are tired about hearing it. I'm sure you've seen plenty of other people complain. It is what it is, man. Just do better, NetherRealm. Do better.
Well, I mean, we're still gonna be shitting on NetherRealm because of how much they price that fucking Switch version of this game.
God, do fucking better, NetherRealm.
Like, I don't know I don't know how you can be on the internet and not see, like, be anywhere near the gaming sphere and not see, but the Switch version of Mortal Kombat 1 looks like an early PS2 game in all of the worst ways possible. Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch looks better than this.
It's weird. I mean, there are times where that game does look like a PS2 game. There are times where that game doesn't look like it made it out of alpha.
Yeah.
Supposedly, it plays okay, which, I mean,
no,
is
I hear
fine.
I hear it plays like shit. Excessive frame drops, skipping. The audio is absolutely horrible.
Yes. No. Allow me to rephrase. Yes, I know that the cutscenes and the heavy narrative sections are all trash. I hear the gameplay, strictly gameplay, is 50-50. Either it's fine or you experience a weird bug where someone is in the background and they walk into the foreground. That's strange. I don't know why this game came out on the Switch. I don't know if they have a deal with Nintendo where they had to put out a version because they had some tiny little bit of funding. It shouldn't be on that. We all understand. Some of us say this lovingly, others of us don't. But we all understand the Switch is working on pre-last generation hardware. It is not designed for this. Mortal Kombat as a fighting game does a fantastic job at pushing what a game looks like, at least for a fighting game. The Switch was never going to run this right. The fact that they bothered is, well, kind of a waste of time and effort on the developer's part. And frankly, for anyone who bought it, is an absolute waste of money, much less premium, $70. Once again, have to drive this home. We live in a world now where games cost $70. That is not the deluxe version. That is the standard pricing.
Mm-hmm.
This game feels illegal to sell like this. This game feels like there's a lawsuit there to be made.
I honestly, you're not even getting the same game. You know, actually, you know what's actually fucked? All right,
go on, man.
NetherRealm used the PC version to advertise the Switch version.
That feels like it's actually not legal. Well, yeah. That feels like it's dubious legality and could offer them up to absolute legal trouble.
Yeah, it's absolute. It's so crazy because I saw it. All right, hell, even in the corner they have in the corner of like one of the fucking part of the video has like a Steam fucking achievement pop up. Yeah, and it's on the Nintendo the Nintendo fucking like YouTube. So
that's not a good look.
I'm like how do you even $70 is way too much for. I think $70 is way too much for a Switch game in general. Unless your name is Xenoblade. I think $70 is way too much for pretty much any Switch game.
No, I'll throw Xenoblade as even with all the black magic that Monolith put into that. I do not believe that what you are getting from a Switch title should be priced at the same price point as that which you are getting from a PS5, a modern PC, and maybe an Xbox title. I don't even think most of those games should be $70, but no, 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 especially not this. No, 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 absolutely not.
I don't especially Mortal Kombat, because it's absolutely ridiculous how much this game does not look like the PlayStation or the PC or the Xbox version. It's it is crazy. NetherRealm, do better.
Do fucking better.
Like,
I hear the rest of that game on the consoles that can play it is really good, but still, like, where you have dropped the ball twice with one game has been fucking horrendous. Do better.
Yeah, while we're talking, just like take a look at that. So yeah. Yeah, fuck. It's ridiculous. Next up, to continue on from our talk from last week with the Unity changes, all right? So the Unity runtime change was actually as bad as everyone thought it was, or whatever. After all the compiled list of correct information was put out there. So pretty much what all the developers were thinking was horrible, because it was retroactive. It was, I think the only thing that one of the only things that it was we were wrong on that is better is that it wasn't a $200,000 revenue or 200,000 installs. It's both of them combined. So you had to hit 200,000 in both revenue and install. But that being said, that's apparently not very hard to do. But Unity seems to be going back on a lot of what they put out, especially to the point of actually changing it to 4% of revenue after the thresholds. So not install base, but actually just 4% of the revenue. And it's after 1 million. I guess 1 million and I guess 1 million in revenue. And it not being retroactive. So the games that are already out, that are in Unity won't be affected. But the issue with this was the damage is already done. Unity's trust is no longer there anymore.
Yeah,
like
they created any good faith, any goodwill they had in the industry.
I see a lot of developers talking about the games that they're currently working on. They're gonna finish it, and then whatever next game that they work on will just not be in Unity. There are some developers that are stopping and swapping over to another engine. It's ridiculous, and I mean, I didn't know it last week, but the CEO of Unity was John Riccitiello, which was the CEO of EA, the one that said, you're 6 hours into Battlefield, you run out of ammo, and then a thing pops up on the screen, and it says, here's $1 for more ammo, and you're not thinking about price or anything. You're just like, I'm hooked. You want to play, or whatever, and can't play with that ammo, or whatever. He's the guy that proposed doing stuff like that.
Yeah, and then EA was voted the worst company in America twice, suffered massive losses. He was fired, and what's his reparations? Gets to be CEO at a different company, I guess.
Yeah. I see you two watched Skill Up's
I did
video today.
I genuinely didn't know this. Like, I assumed he just left the company because no one ever has to pay for the stupidity. But he was actually let go, and immediately becomes, well, not immediately. I think he did serve. I looked it up. There was a bit of time where he had to sit on his massive fucking fortune
Yeah.
before he found work as another CEO for another major tech company. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. It's very, very, very dumb. I hate CEOs. CEOs are not your friend. They do not care about you. And yeah. It's just I they really killed their company. Like they unless they get rid of most of the like higher ups, most of like the board or whatever, they're nobody's going to trust Unity ever again.
Well, evidently that won't even work at this point. The biggest issue that they have to contend with is the open fact now that everyone is aware that Unity was very, very good, and the moment it went public, all dev side usefulness started tanking,
Yeah.
and it led to this.
Yeah.
So, as trends go, there's no reason for anyone to feel confident that they're going to get anything but buggered over by this company going forward. I don't imagine, like, to be fair, my gut reaction to this was that's fine. They don't care. They know the system. So long as Unity walked it back, they will probably continue to use it for convenience sake. But genuinely seeing the reactions I have, I am clearly wrong, and people are very much looking elsewhere. And rightfully so, to be honest.
Yeah. It's fucked. I did reach out to Larry, that like the day after we recorded last week. He did give me some comments. His first comment was, "Please, oh God, no, please don't, oh God," because he's working on Not Only 9, which is a Unity game. He says, if it passes a certain threshold, which essentially only super mega games like that will get charged, then he gets like, maybe it can work because maybe Not Only 9 might not be like that popular or whatever. But he also has to think that like, oh, maybe it's a good thing if my game isn't popular or whatever, because then he won't have to be charged for like having a popular game.
Imagine
And
letting that thought enter your mind. I hope
yeah,
this thing that I've made isn't incredibly popular and lucrative, because then I have to worry about a bunch of things at the beginning. Imagine.
yeah. He was
Imagine
he
if he
was
makes the next Five Nights at Freddy's.
we were also like thinking like, if he was like, well, if it's not retroactive or whatever, if it's for anything that comes out before, if it's not for anything that comes out before January 1st, he was like, do I just release like December 31st and then work on updating it later or something like that and shit like that? And he's like, maybe that's probably a bad idea, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's true, especially since we've learned that things that release on early access still they get covered, and then they don't get recovered when they enter release unless they're a monumental success.
Yeah, so it's fucked. I'm pretty sure he's had a couple of meetings with his with the rest of the people that are working on Not Only 9 like a couple of times between then and now. So he's obviously in the basket of worrying, though. The update to the 4% or whatever after the threshold, and it not being retroactive, maybe puts him at ease a little bit. But I'm also he's also probably thinking like, well, if he makes something that after Not Only 9 or whatever, is he going to want to use Unity or not? because there's a good chance that they try fucking people over again. So, to attach onto that, Linus Tech Tips was reporting that apparently there's mass hiring over at HoYoverse for game engine developers. I wonder why, considering their 3 biggest games are on Unity.
Yeah. This could be a couple of different things. We do not know what Hoyo is working on outside of Zenless Zone Zero, which we know hasn't released yet.
Yeah.
But very likely, with the size of their company and how much money they make, there's probably something else in the works. This could be that. Worst case scenario, this could be Zenless Zone Zero being moved off of the platform.
Yeah.
Super worst case scenario, and I don't think this would happen because of the sheer amount of workforce you would actually need. MiHoYo could be trying to find ways to, as efficiently as possible, migrate their current services to a different platform. I think that's unlikely because it requires a bunch of work and money that they wouldn't be making.
Yeah.
But MiHoYo has more money than God, so
I don't think they would remove, well, especially with the changes of Unity going into the like the newer changes or whatever.
Sure.
They wouldn't be affected because it's not retroactive. So, Impact Third, Genshin, and Star Rail wouldn't be affected by the Unity thing. So, but Zenless Zone Zero would, because of, unless they somehow push out Zenless Zone Zero way before December 31st. But I highly doubt they will.
No, that game's coming out next year for certain.
Yeah. So who knows? Moving on, we have a Microsoft block here. Starting with Elder Scrolls 6 is not going to be out before 2026. It's 2026
Stunned.
at the earliest. I'm not stunned. And also will not be on PS5, according to leaks from Microsoft.
Is this surprising?
No, it's not surprising. I would say there was more of a chance of Elder Scrolls making it being multi-platform than Starfield, because Starfield was supposed to be the big thing.
Yeah, that go.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls had more of a chance of being multi-platform, because if it was multi-platform, they would get there'd be so many more sales. Microsoft would make so much more money.
I agree, and I don't even think that, despite this leak, I don't even think that's necessarily off the table, because I'm going to assume that the sales for Starfield and the critical reception were probably not overall what Microsoft wanted. I assume Bethesda probably had more realistic ideas. But I suspect Microsoft probably will want to recover.
Here's the thing.
The future.
I think they're happy with the success that Starfield has had, because they saw a 65% increase in console sales for Starfield.
I did see that. Okay, that's true. That number just didn't seem real. I assumed I made that up. It was so unlikely.
So I think they probably decided they probably saw the 65% increase and was like, okay, we'll make a.
Enjoying the video? Remember to like and sub. Helps out the channel a bunch, and we're grateful for everyone we get.
We'll make Starfield. We'll make Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, they probably had it already in line that Elder Scrolls 6 wasn't going to be anything off of Xbox and PC.
I don't think at any point from the moment that merger went through was that game ever going to touch a Sony product.
But I think if they did, if they didn't see that much of an increase in console sales after, for Starfield or whatever, they might have thought about making it multi-platform.
Yes,
but a 65% increase, that's a lot of money. So
that's true. I mean, people have the console now, evidently. I don't think that game looked worth picking up a whole ass console for.
No.
But I mean, look,
As somebody who's played it,
that
is
was the
not.
job.
Yeah.
It absolutely did its job then.
I mean, even so, here's the thing, man. I don't know what I consider console sellers, because even after playing 16, I don't think it's worth picking up a PlayStation 5 to just play 16. Like 16's fun and all, but I don't think I don't think it would be a console seller, even at the success that it had.
Well, this is the thing, right?
Fun.
Very, very likely it's not going to be one game. Though I am happy Microsoft took away from this making good games sell consoles. That was an important piece of information for them to take away. But no individual one game is probably actually a console seller. However, the suite of games you have is a different story. And it's why the Bethesda purchase is so big, because Bethesda fans buy Bethesda games, which means you get to monetize bloody Starfield now as a brand new IP that might get new people into it. But you also have Elder Scrolls and Fallout. So series can be system sellers. Like for about a decade there, the only games I ever bought on my Nintendo Wii and Wii U, it was just my Zelda box. That's it. That's all I bought on it.
Yeah.
So yes, no individual game is probably actually a system seller. But series, God of War and God of War Ragnarok, absolutely. The fact that all Final Fantasies tend to launch on Sony first, and by a considerable margin. I think 7 Rebirth will be the first time we see something inside of a year.
Yeah.
Like, these are the reasons why systems get sold.
Mm-hmm.
Not a single one-off. Starfield alone is never going to be enough. If Halo hadn't flopped, maybe you would have had that as an opportunity, but it seems all faith in Halo has absolutely gone by the wayside, so what are you going to do?
Yeah. More leaked stuff from Microsoft, because Microsoft decided to send FTC. Microsoft decided to send the FTC uncensored documents, and so that just says that the FTC can release all that they want from it, and they will, because that's their job. So who would have thought Microsoft really was trying to make a monopoly?
So this is weird to me. For this to come from the FTC, and this means that Microsoft gave them this information. You knew this. I knew this. I didn't think they were ever going to admit to it, because this is grounds to block them from fucking everything.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
will they? I don't know. The FTC doesn't really do its job.
Well, so this was the argument, right? This is why it was so difficult to figure out which way things were going to fall in that whole debacle.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty sure the FTC wasn't stupid and was just going to say, you are clearly trying to get an incredibly unfair share of the market on your side.
Yeah.
But either they didn't see that as the issue, or they were not presented that information. So they lost that, and the merger was allowed to go through. And now that this information gets brought up, I don't know that they can do anything about it. I don't know if like double jeopardy holds or anything like that. But it feels to me that once you see this, this is Microsoft openly admitting to wanting to monopolize the industry. They wanted to buy Nintendo and they couldn't, so that's fair. Maybe this is the other reason. Maybe just their desire isn't enough. Because Nintendo said no, TikTok said no. Another major player said no, and I can't remember who it is.
Valve probably also said no.
Valve, correct.
Yeah, they wanted to buy Valve.
Like, they had these wild aspirations, which is fair. I mean, you probably throw out a lot of numbers at one time, assuming you're going to be turned down. I mean, This doesn't come as a surprise to me. I'm sorry. The biggest surprise that came out of these leaks was that conversation that Phil had with one of his internal guys.
Yeah, where he was like, I was thinking all day about the PS5 reveal, and I'm like, oh my god. And then I sat there and was like, we've got the better console. Meh, meh. We're better. We're doing good. We're doing a good job, guys. Fast
To be
forward to
so
now.
confidently wrong, to say something so ridiculous with your chest. Oh, Phil, I've been there.
Oh man, yeah. I don't like. For one, one of the reasons why I think like whoever sent these documents from Microsoft, the judge had already ruled or whatever. All right.
Yeah, I assume
FTC
we're only
lost.
seeing this because nothing can be done about it.
Yeah. CMA, on the other hand, I think they're still deliberating, but the unfortunate side of that is that even if the CMA says no, Microsoft is just going to pull out of the UK. So
Yeah.
And that's going to suck for our UK friends. So
God, having to import that, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Who would have thought Microsoft piece of shit. Yeah. Who would have thought big corporation
Look,
trying to
I mean, I like Bill.
on
Genuinely, I do. I fall for his constant, very well played presentation of being just another guy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, he's a businessman. And he does businessman things.
He carries around
that's
big sack full of
usually
money.
Yeah, and usually that's not actually in our best interest. So we'll see how it goes.
Sits there and hands off the fucking sack full of money to the president and CEO of Square Enix. Like, please put 14 on this console, please. Please. So yeah. Just some quick aside stuff that I forgot to write in here. So did you hear about the whole Destiny debacle that happened this past week?
Destiny? No.
Yeah, Destiny 2. There was some
I'm not surprised to hear this, mind you, but no.
There were some issues with a glitch in Destiny 2 that allowed people to combine their weapons, combine like certain weapons in crafting that made broken ass OP weapons that one shot everything.
How has this come to pass? Goodness. So I'm not too worried about that. That'll get sorted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were already in the works with maybe like rollbacking. They might have already rolled back the servers for it, but that was just funny. I have a couple of my friends still play Destiny 2. And also in an interview with the Square Enix CEO or president, one of the questions was asked was did 16 sell to expectations and everything like that, and he said yes. 16 sold to the expectations that they thought they were gonna that they
mistranslation. Mistranslation. Couldn't be. Couldn't be my Square Enix wasn't disappointed by the expectations that they set about a single player game. Couldn't be my Square Enix being so reasonable.
Question was, initial sales of Final Fantasy 16 were 3 million units. How did that compare to your expectations? How did you plan how do you plan to expand sales going forward? It's like this achievement was in line with our expectations to expand sales. We have planned a variety of PR activities and other incentives to encourage more of the growing PlayStation 5 install base to play the title. So yeah.
I am happy. That someone at Square recognizes that, reasonable expectations are how you don't tank your fucking stocks.
Yeah. So that's good. Yeah. So the gaming industry decided to blindside us the day of, or the day before, they actually did it with saying, "Hey guys, we're gonna do a Nintendo Direct and a State of Play the same day." I don't know if that was legitimately planned, by these gaming companies, but they did. We had
Yo, I gotta work. What are you doing?
we had a Nintendo Direct and a State of Play in the same day. Nintendo Direct in the morning, State of Play was later in the afternoon. We're gonna first go through the Nintendo Direct. This isn't in any order. I just wrote down the stuff that I remembered. I know there was stuff in the Direct that got shown off, but I couldn't remember what it was. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. It's getting a remake. From the bottom up remake. Looks really good. I've played a little bit of Thousand Year Door. I actually might pick this one up. I do like the Paper Mario because I played the first Paper Mario. And I was in the middle of Thousand Year Door at some point in time, and I didn't finish it. But
I've actually never played. This is the Mario game, not Odyssey, not Sunshine, not the originals. This is the Mario game that I've heard the most consistent positive things about.
Yeah, it's considerably probably like one of the best Mario games.
Yeah, so like I'm happy that people are finally getting this nice thing on modern hardware. Well, kind of modern hardware.
Modern
enough
hardware.
Modern enough for Paper Mario.
Yeah. So that's cool. They showed the new Peach game. It's called Princess Peach Showtime. This one actually looks pretty interesting. Princess Peach gets she's not a damsel in distress anymore. She gets to fight. She gets like classes. She gets to change costumes and stuff and do some fighting stuff. It kind of looks a little bit like Balan Wonderworld, but good. Or Balan Wonderland, whatever the fuck.
That was shady, my god.
Yeah, well, Yuji Naka can go fuck himself. So there's that. Unicorn Overlord. It's a game made by Vanillaware and well, I don't know Atlas, but Vanillaware, the same people that did 13 Sentinels. It is a tactical RPG game. It looks pretty nice. Weird name, but yeah. F-Zero fans are seething because they did get an F-Zero game, but it's a battle royale where you race against 100 cars or 99 cars, I guess.
Imagine, if you will, putting out into the ether, I would like another F-Zero game, Nintendo. I would like you to remember this exists and to treat us to something new and nice. And then realizing that you had not been specific enough and that you were about to get an F-Zero racing battle royale. To their credit, it actually does look pretty all right. And I mean, I guess there are worse things to do with a racing game than make a battle royale out of it. I guess that is conceivably one of the main conceits. Be the first to get to the end and not safe zone this time.
Yeah. That's
just Nintendo. Would you also like to make a normal F-Zero game too? Just to find out if we're actually interested, if we're all just talking a bunch of bollocks.
Maybe if people play F-Zero.
I hate that. Capcom used to say that shit all the time. Oh, you all want another vampire game? You all want another Darkstalkers game? Well, buy these 2 re-releases and this compilation game, and maybe we'll keep it on the books. They held that over us for like 15 years before the guys at the company now just went, yeah, no, you can buy the new arcade if you want, but we're not interested in making that right now. Sorry.
Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 is getting a remaster.
Woo.
I played the original Tomb Raider games. They're fun.
Yep.
So
Laura and her triangulars.
Yeah. Well, they're not triangle anymore.
I'm sorry, you're right. Someone took a some sandpaper to it, smoothed it out all the edges.
She got round boobies now. All right. So there's that. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD remaster. I hear Luigi's Mansion 2 is the best one. So
I don't think there's a bad Luigi's Mansion game, so we take those.
No, I mean I hear if you have to play any of them, you do not play 2. So So
Really? I've just never heard anything negative about Luigi's Mansion.
what
Okay.
two was the one that was on like 3DS or DS or whatever, and it was considered not very good. Especially like 1 was like bare bones, 2 was like not very good, and then 3's apparently like the greatest thing ever. So,
Huh. All right. Well,
and
hopefully
then
2 now returns to being part of the greatest thing ever.
yeah. And now and then Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. They showed a trailer off. That game comes out in January. It looks like a side-scrolling Prince of Persia game. So, that's all cool. Nothing like the cool new stuff was like Paper Mario getting Paper Mario Thousand Year Door getting a remake. Actually showing off what the Peach game is. And Unicorn Overlord, which looked pretty cool. And then we had State of Play, and we were all thinking, man, what could they show in the State of Play? Me, I was like, okay, they got to do something really good, all right? They got to like tell us we're like getting like some extra stuff with the PlayStation Plus because they're increasing it by like $20 to $40 for like each like yearly bundle of PlayStation Plus. Unfortunately, they didn't do that. So still fuck
conspicuously
PlayStation.
absent.
Fuck PlayStation for that. I was thinking,
PlayStation Plus is looking real shit.
I was thinking, okay, all right. You know how I would feel like they would be able to justify increasing the price of PlayStation Plus like the way they did?
Go on.
Give us actual access to the PlayStation 3 games and not just streaming. All right? Give us actual access to them. But no. They haven't announced that yet. But that's the only thing I could justify paying an extra bit of money for, because I would love to take me being able to actually download some PS3 games onto my PlayStation 5 and play them on there.
So funny enough,
I have 3 Tales games on there.
I don't know. I don't know that I actually want that. I think the healthier thing is actually just getting those games remade in a way that they can be ported forward in future years without this much fucking hassle.
But the unfortunate thing is that gaming companies aren't doing that.
That is bloody true, isn't it?
Gaming companies are like, it would be much easier if PlayStation could like find a way to have the PS3 games be able to be played on their newer hardware than for a gaming company to actually go in and remaster it off of the PS3 or whatever, because they honestly have to kind of change a lot of the architecture that they originally developed the game on. And so that takes a lot of time. As much as I sit here and I'm like, I really want the 3 Tales games to be fucking ported over to PC and stuff like that. In which, to be fair, the PS3 emulator works very well with these Tales games. So it's not like it's really hard to make it wouldn't be really hard to make a PC port of this.
Is that how I played
these fucking games?
Was it on?
Yeah. You played it on the PS3 emulator.
Oh goodness, that's right. Fair enough.
And it ran well.
I completely forgot it was on an emulator. Yeah.
Yeah. So, those games wouldn't be an issue. Eternal Sonata runs like shit on an emulator.
Correct.
So that would need like a hard port. White Knight Chronicles runs like shit on emulator, but I never see I don't ever see Level 5 or D3 Publishing ever touching that fucking game ever again. So I'm stuck with keeping my PlayStation 3, honestly. So yeah, that's extremely unfortunate on that part. But yeah, we didn't get that in the State of Play, but we did get Baby Steps.
What a fucking Jesus, Matt! I remember when this was a flash game on Newgrounds.
Yeah, called Co-op.
Like, I realize everyone in the world is going to make this joke, but literally that is what this is.
No, yeah, it is. It is literally just a high-res fucking 3-dimensional co-op game.
Now, that
And
said,
it's
make no mistake, I don't hate this. I'm not going to buy it.
yeah, I'm
But
not
this is
gonna
going
buy
to
it
be a
either.
game for someone.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rage game.
Oh, it's
And
going to be a
so
streamer game.
which means Connor is definitely gonna play this game.
Oh, God.
um, but you know, it's got the developer of Getting Over It on it as well.
Oh, yeah, this is absolutely
Bentley
a stream
Fodder.
game.
Yeah. So that's cool, I guess. Yeah, I would like to watch people play this game. I would not play this game.
Correct.
They showed off Ghostbusters VR, which I didn't realize was a VR game at first. I honestly just thought it was like Ghostbusters in a cel-shaded engine that looked like fucking Borderlands. But it's a VR game. I don't have any VR stuff, so that's very unfortunate for me.
As far as more, it's still technically a niche market.
Yeah, and it's fucking expensive. So
God, it is. Yeah.
Like literally, it costs like as much as what my next fucking CPU is gonna cost me. So, yeah. They showed off Resident Evil 4 VR mode, which leaves me to believe that VR is not going to be a separate thing from Resident Evil 4. I think it's just going to be tacked on to Resident Evil 4, and it'll just be a
major update.
Yeah, like a mode that you can turn on in Resident Evil 4, which is a lot better than probably making it its own game, because then people would have to buy it and stuff like that. But then they also showed off the Separate Ways DLC, our good old Ada Wong.
Ada Wong.
At the time of me recording this right now, that comes out tomorrow. By tomorrow, I mean Thursday. There wasn't any talk about a price for it, and I can't buy it yet on Steam. So
it'll be
I
like
don't
$30-40.
I mean, I don't know. It might be an update. It just might be like added into the game.
Fuck, that'd be so cool, Capcom.
Yeah, it would be so cool. I like the words the number I heard floating around was $10, which I'm still fine with. But I also can't buy it at the moment. Like it's not on Steam. So I'm hoping it's either $10 or free. So it'd be cool. But that comes out the 21st, which kind of sucks because 2.0 update for Cyberpunk also comes out on the 21st. So
yeah, not the best time.
Not the best time. And then the addition to Mercs, where you get to play as Ada and Wesker in the Mercenaries. So
it really is like just not really is like it actually is watching Resident Evil 4 just go through its own life cycle.
Yeah, yeah, right.
That is actually what's happening here.
There was a Ghost Runner 2 trailer shown off, and then the announcement of a demo that came out that day.
Need to pick up the demo. I never played the first one, but God, it does so many things that I want to do. I might just retroactively pick it up if I like the demo.
I played the demo of the first one. It is okay. It's difficult. So there's that. Don't get hit because you die very quickly. Yeah. They showed off Helldivers 2. There was actually a pretty long like gameplay trailer of it. And then
I did not like this.
I didn't like it.
I know. I don't enjoy listen. Like maybe it's just me. I don't enjoy watching people play the game in like this wasn't scripted, but it was still that like awkward level of communication amongst the devs. It felt a bit, for lack of a better word, cringe.
So the question is, because I didn't actually watch it, I saw Helldivers and I was like, I'm not really interested in the game anyway, so I just skipped over it. Are you sure it was somebody actually playing the game, or was that just in-game dialogue? Because this game is marketed pretty much as Starship Troopers.
Oh no, this was the devs and such. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Because Starship Troopers also has very cringe dialogue.
No, there's a difference. No, there's a difference here. Like this was genuinely people playing, which is why I feel bad saying this.
Oh,
I just
okay.
didn't care to listen to them play the game. It didn't help sell me on playing this game.
Yeah. All right. Well, that comes out February 8th. So if anybody's interested in a cooperative multiplayer thing where you shoot aliens, which I am interested in, but I'm interested in another game that's coming out that's going to be like that, and it's called Warhammer Space Marine 2. So
That is true.
because that game looks really good. They showed off a very long trailer and gameplay of Spider-Man 2. They showed like they pretty much showed the open world and going around and everything. That game looks like a really good Spider-Man game, like the first game was, like Miles Morales is. So Spider-Man 2. I've made the decision that I'm skipping October, so I will not be playing Spider-Man when it comes out. My ass is playing other video games that I have already. I'm not buying any game in October. Actually, I lied. Maybe the Star Ocean 2 remake. Maybe Star Ocean 2 remake, because I played that demo and that demo's pretty fun. But that at the most is what I'd be playing. So yeah, Spider-Man 2, amazing. So damn, didn't Bandai Namco tell us they weren't making DLC for Tales of Arise?
I feel like they specifically more or less use those words.
Pretty sure they said they had no plans on making DLC for Tales of Arise.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they said that as early as last year.
Pretty sure they said that more or less like a month after release.
Yeah.
So anyway, new DLC for Tales of Arise.
Dude, it's not just a DLC. It is a full-blown Xenoblade expansion.
20 hours, they say.
20 hours. That's like half of the game. That's like half of the main game.
I'm gonna be honest. After this decade or so of like massively open world, 40 to 100 hour long, not 40, I guess like 80 to 100 hour long games, I'm kind of down for shorter games.
I'm just down for more Tales.
It certainly doesn't help that this is Tales of Arise, which was a fantastic, rock solid game. But yeah, no, I'm absolutely down for well, what is it? It's like a $40, $39.99.
No, it's $30.
Sorry, a $30
$29.99.
$30 20-hour DLC. It's gonna be great. It's probably what I need after this spate of games where we just it's God, this year.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about this. I loved Tales of Arise.
Yes. I mean, as I was saying, I'm already like, as soon as I saw that trailer, I went to CD Keys, bought me the Ultimate Edition of Arise for like $30. All right, so I got everything with it, and then downloaded it. And I was like, all right, I'm playing Tales of Arise.
Understandable, frankly.
And then today they announced like the bundle editions of the game, because you now can buy so instead of it just being Tales of Arise Deluxe Edition, Tales of Arise Ultimate Edition, all right, or like the Super Deluxe Edition and then Ultimate Edition or whatever. It's Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn Deluxe and Ultimate or whatever editions or whatever. So any of the increased priced versions of the game, all right, or actually even just the base game, is $60 and comes with the expansion.
Great. Like, honestly, if you didn't pick it up at launch, this is such fantastic quality, like for what you get for what you're paying.
And then along with the deluxe and higher versions of the game, they announced the classic legacy costumes for the cast. So
They look so good.
Shion gets Velvet from Berseria.
Speaking of
Alphen
Christina
gets,
V,
yeah, speaking of Christina V. Alphen gets Ludger from Zillia 2. Dohalim gets Jade Curtis's outfit from Tales of the Abyss. Kasara gets Flynn Shifo's outfit from Tales of Vesperia. Rinwell gets Rita's outfit from Tales of Vesperia. And Law gets Jude's outfit from Tales of Zillia. So
I do. There are some inspired decisions there.
yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. And it's gonna be amazing. That comes out November 9th. They literally announced it like fucking 2 months out. I love when video game companies announce something that comes out like super
It's my
soon.
favorite way to get the announcement out. Long enough that I can plan around it, short enough that I remember it's coming.
Like fucking like like what is it? Armored Core 6 announced in fucking December, comes out literally half a year later. So
Mwah, so good.
Yeah. There's a Star Rail PlayStation trailer. The PlayStation version of Star Rail comes out like next month, or like yeah, it comes out next month. So anybody that's been wanting to play Honkai Star Rail and doesn't have a PC or doesn't want to play on their phone, they can now play it on PlayStation.
Hi, welcome to losing your time and/or money and/or both.
And or everything. Foam Stars, they showed off the characters. This is that Splatoon-esque game made by Square Enix, or published by Square Enix. Yeah, they showed off the characters. They all look cringe, but that's a Splatoon game for you. All the characters look, I guess, you'd expect they'd be cringe anyway.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna at least try it out.
Yeah, the open beta.
You're not wrong about anything you said, but
Yeah.
I am gonna try it out.
Yeah, open beta starts September 29th. So, if you're interested in playing Foam Stars, you'll be able to try it out at least soon. And that was the state of play, right, Dalit? That was it.
Yeah, that was it. That's where we ended. There was really nothing. It was a mediocre state of play until the end.
So they showed off a trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh boy!
God damn, that game is pretty.
That game looks absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Seeing all these places, like, goodness, almost 30 years later.
Oh man, like I agree with Happy Man. This game needs the cold open. This game needs to go full fucking Skyrim. All right, cold open. It's dark, and it lightens up, and you're in the back of the truck in the Nibelheim flashback.
Oh yes,
yeah, that's the way this game needs to actually open. I swear, this is like the first scene that you need to see is you're in the back of the truck next to Sephiroth heading to Nibelheim. Because I feel like it doesn't make any sense that way, because they need to they need to cut out they need to cut out the travel between Midgar and Calm. All right, because that's the first thing you need to go to after leaving Midgar, is you need to go straight to Calm. All right. They open with you being in the back of the truck, going to Nibelheim, do the whole flashback, and then it cuts to everybody in the room in Calm, and then Tifa says those words, going, "That's not how that went, though," and all that jazz. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, this trailer looked absolutely amazing. They showed off a bunch of the combo attacks. They showed off Matt Mercer being in the game.
I mean, it's just him though.
Yeah. Matt Mercer's in the game?
I was so convinced. Like, no, clearly not. It does sound like him though. No, it's someone. They'll have got some. It does sound like him though. You're right. It does. That is very much a Matthew Mercer voice.
Well, Matt Mercer said at some point in time, "Well, I missed out on playing Sephiroth, but maybe one day I can play a certain red caped vampire husband boy, yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna play all the men that my wife loves and make it impossible for her to love them anymore.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, because this is the big thing about being married to a voice actor that's as prolific as that, right? Because now all the characters who you love could potentially be voiced by them, and I'm not saying it would ruin it, but then they would walk in and say those lines. You'd be like, "Oh, don't do that!" Oh.
In the most recent episode of Critical Role, Sam got a whisper or whatever, and and after the whisper, he looked at Marisha and he goes, "This is what you get every night."
Sam Regal, behave.
He goes, "Matt, your voice on my ear is just so He's like, "This is what you get every night, Marisha."
Oh my goodness!
And then Mercer's like, "Huh? For some reason, Sam's getting a lot of insight checks this episode." Yeah. So Matt Mercer's playing Vincent Valentine. It's not 100% confirmed, but there are definitely some apparently some insider sources that say that Matt Mercer is 100%. And anybody that has heard Matt Mercer fucking do any voice, it's Matt Mercer.
Honestly, though, how awkward is it going to be if it turns out it's not? Because even at this point, I was saying no, it's not. It's like, yeah, no, that's absolutely who that is. And I'm gonna feel really silly.
I'm gonna feel really silly too, and it's just gonna be funny when it does come out that Matt Mercer's not playing it, and Matt Mercer's sitting here like, he's like, I sitting here, I wish I was playing Vincent Valentine. What the fuck? No, but
that game looks great. Holy shit, the environments are so good. Seeing the dual techs, I'm gonna keep calling them that because I'm pretty sure that was the.
Actually, I think that's what they're called, is dual techs.
Yeah, it's what the old Chrono Trigger stuff was called. Like dual, I think it was like dual techniques, dual techs.
Yeah,
I freaking love that so much. Like, I cannot wait to see where this story continues to deviate because we're no longer flirting with timelines. That is the core conceit of this particular title.
Yeah. With good old Sephiroth going, when the timelines emerge.
When he said that, it fucked with me. I was like, oh my god.
Or not, no, he said when the worlds merge. Or whatever. I was like, okay.
I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm pretty sure you said we're timelines, but
no. He said when worlds merge.
Okay,
I remember. Yeah. Because he technically said it that at the end of the first remake.
It's coming out exactly when I thought it was going to come out because I believe this is when the initial remake came out.
So you specifically thought that it was coming out on February 29th?
Yes, the end of February. Well, okay, not the leap year bit. The end of February. Like this is the same thing they did last time. This was the correct time. Rip anyone who thought they were releasing anything in early March. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah. This game might as well be on March 1st because
this is a March 1st title that has ruined the rest of that month. My apologies.
Dude, I want you to listen to this set of RPGs that are coming out in the first quarter of next year. All right. Tekken 8. All right. I know Tekken is a fighter game, but it may as well be a fucking RPG. All right, let's be real here. We have Tekken 8 on the 26th of January. You know what we also have on the 26th of January?
Go on then.
Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth.
Never heard of it. What is this game? I'm sure nobody's gonna pick it up. God, people are so excited for that.
Then on February 1st, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. February 2nd, Persona 3 Reload. February 29th.
Oh God, really?
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Yes. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink and Persona 3 come out a day after one another.
That's fucked.
Yeah, that is very fucked. Thankfully, Persona 3 Reload's on Game Pass, so I don't have to actually pay for it. But yeah, dude, first quarter next year is fucked, man. Like, gaming never ends.
So I remember a time we were like, man, I wish we could get just like a spate of good games. They take so long in between. We're suffering from their success.
Yeah, we are.
Too many games in a row. We need a break.
Actually, you know what we're suffering from? We're suffering we're suffering from the long drought of what was COVID development.
True. Genuinely, they're all actually bursting at the same time.
Yeah.
Cannot wait any longer. Go out, make that money. And I'm just buying it, and my fucking backlog's getting so fucking long at this point.
I mean, one would say it's perpetual.
Well, you might, as a matter of fact, you might say that, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth looks amazing. Definitely gonna be absolutely fucking ridiculous. There was literally a fucking RGG fucking stream that just happened, like literally as we were recording this. So a bunch of Yakuza and Like a Dragon shit just dropped. And by a bunch I mean like it looks like a trailer and stuff like that. I think that's where we got the release date for Infinite Wealth.
Cool.
But yeah. Gaming doesn't stop, except it stops for me in October, and then picks back up in November, and then stops for me in December, and then picks back up in January, and then it just doesn't end. So, fuck me, man. But that's news this week. Dalit, are you planning on playing anything this week?
Yeah. I gotta finally get through Armored Core. I have to do it.
Oh yeah.
I haven't touched it since I beat Sea Spider, and
I haven't touched it since beating Baltea, so
I have 3 run-throughs that I need to get through, and I don't even dislike this game. Genuinely, I really enjoy it. I just burnt out so hard between everything I ran through and then hitting Baldur's Gate, wherever through Act 2 I am. I needed some time off.
Yep.
Other than that, I'm sure I'll pick up a few other games that I need to peek around. There's a bunch of demos that dropped that I need to look at. But in terms of games I want to sit down and like power through, Armored Core is actually at the top of my list.
All right.
What's on your list then?
Oh man, so fuck me this week actually. Fuck me running. So we have Separate Ways on the 21st. All right. I really want to hit that up because I love Ada Wong. She's literally my waifu.
She is kind of dreamy.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I've said this when talking about it. I didn't actually have too much of a problem with her new voice actress. I think she did pretty all right.
Yeah, no, she's fine.
Then I actually get to sit down and hopefully and do my actual second rerun of Cyberpunk, because the 2.0 update comes out on the 21st as well. So I'll be playing that. Hopefully I won't. Some of my mods will still be working, and it won't be a complete mess when I get into the game. I only have I really only have body mods, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Small bit of breaking news. You were correct. There was information coming out about Yakuza 8.
Okay, yeah.
What is currently trending on Twitter? Danny Trejo is going to be.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. You all had to know. Please continue.
Oh man.
God, it's amazing.
Oh, well, it hits his likeness. So obviously, Danny Trejo's not voicing the character.
He bloody better.
Oh, maybe he is. That is Danny. Okay. Oh, Daniel Day Kim's in the game as well.
Oh, interesting. Wow. Okay, they're really showing up for this. Let's go.
Yeah. So there's a lot of big name people in this fucking game now. That's pretty cool. Oh, good old Danny Trejo. All right. Maybe I'll get through fucking Like a Dragon at some point in time. I played the beginning of it. It's fun. It's just also a Yakuza game, so. Cyberpunk this week because it's a better Starfield.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know where that was going. Maybe I should have been so quick to but no, like genuinely, like this is the time. I might even cave when I hear you playing it and probably reinstall, honestly.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that, and I mean, I'm probably gonna play some Tales of Arise tonight. So I was doing that before the podcast, so definitely gonna do that. Yeah, I mean that's probably about it. Fushuan comes out this week, and by this week I mean
come out this week, yeah.
I mean
it comes out
like
literally tomorrow.
Yeah, it comes out in like fucking 5 hours, man.
Yeah. God, I'm gonna finally have most of my. Do we still need a healer, but Fushen will be preservation.
Lynx comes out this week as well.
It'll be a full team. Let's go.
Yeah. Because Lynx is you're talking about like a full quantum team, right?
Full quantum for no reason. I don't think it even benefits me to have a full. Never mind, it does. Silver Wolf. Yeah, no, this is it. This is my end game, folks.
Yeah, because Lynx is a quantum abundance character. So. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably be up when the banner ticks over, so I'll probably throw some pulls at it. I'm like a 10 pull away from pity, so I'll either get Fushuan or I'll get somebody else, and that'll make my Jing Liu 100%. Because I'm not gonna go ham on it.
To get a Clara came home on my last pulls, so.
Yeah, you are guaranteed to get her then. I just want Lynx or whatever because I want to throw away my purple rat. So,
purple rat?
Yeah, Bailu. The word's already going around that that Lynx is going to power creep Natasha. So,
that's impressive because I mean I would say that Nat was the strongest healer in the game, but that's just not true. Given
Luocha.
But in terms of like a non 5-star, overtly busted for the purposes of making sales unit, Natasha's crazy strong. So to hear that Lynx will like best her,
Lynx's ultimate cleanses, and it cleanses everybody.
Oh, okay. So I was about to say, yeah, but Nat's heal will cleanse. I didn't know it was a group cleanse. Okay, that's big.
Yeah, it removes one debuff off of everybody, and it also heals. So.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I'm wanting Lynx, right? That way I can run my one team having Natasha, my other team having Lynx. And then when they ever do the Luocha rerun, I can get Luocha and then replace Nat with Luocha. So yeah, that is my plan. That's my plan for gaming this week. I don't know if I have anything else in the works, but we will see. Gaming happens.
We'll report to you this time next week. Hey.
Yes, we will. If you made it this far, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you hate us, tell us you hate us. Be nice about hating us, though. We do have feelings. And
I swear to God, I will cry.
Okay. I will cry. Yeah. Hit that like subscribe button, and we will see you guys next week.
Be good now.
Boop.
Before you go, remember to like, comment, and sub to us. Not only does it help out the channel and let us know what you're into, but it also makes you 100% cooler than everybody else. I checked with Aqua. It's definitely